Sika semenye ebini se etu abanfo amanfo kan enkrofo omunim sika semu kan se bosen aye bro no dɔson ti aban enye ho bibi omo kan emu bi dia no tu mu kan o kan na akwa te se dia aban oteso no ana o time se sei brichi abo finance minister sema o kan se yentime rich deal IMF deal by March economy no nya de se ebetime aye biu ebetete apantam nti sei obehwe na pensioners yanka ewose oman no na pe bibi edema wo mo pensioners ya wo mo ya maame no ya papa mo kwa ahomegiem ya wo ma dwen se omomfo mo haw emfa mamete to ye so na onfre kwaku wan pe bibi amreme a mintimi enidi na ne sika oya na dwen so de koto government bond because odum se eno na the safest or the akwakoto ama sesei ehon nhihye akwakọ se de oye na dwen de se de osi ye nkonta se ode sa nhihye no koye se de be obenya bibi adia na obenya bi atọ ni nuru ebi da dialysis so ebi to pressure nuru ahodo ebinom life support je se de ekoso no ani enyan ya wo mo ka na pensioners wo mo kwa wo pensioners ana se mam kan sa no atase enkrofo a wo mo kwa wo jemya maame no ye papa mo kwa ho megemu anka wo se nka ye ne kobre pe bibi empo de hwe wo no culture yi mu akwa se pani ohwe ma o si fifi a anka wo so hwe no ma ne si tutu se di akwa ne se omo pikete omo bochenku asu di a kire o man no se ye sere mo nhihye no amoye no munyi emfrim nye aka na sen adoa wo de na he wo kwayem no apanu anantuo na yen maame no ne papa no mo a wo mo ewo sebi preduasan wo mo ewo ahomegem no esu. This is where we are as a country. A man for esu ukuta sika wota ento petrol na abeto a eho asem bebre bibia a obeye bia no akwaye no ho bibia wo ho. This is the time ya wo mo baaye na so be ka kire yen se yanso omonhwe aye so omonhwe ye no de akwakodro nie siantie ene owam atikopo de se babia akwakodro nie okoka ho se babia akodro no wanka ne sa ade na beye yanka ne sese a se finance minister o ka kire mre bia atwam ese we are a proud country. The consequences are dire. Enti yanko IMF no. Ono ankasa san ka kire ye ne se yanko IMF a oman yi bebo yesi kasem ebetete apansam. Na ye koya na se ye bae. Enti management of the economy no a wo ka kire se ombe manage economy no dia man se omo ye the best managers of the economy. Besinda abanya a otisu ne nkrofo asem a mota ka kire se ba ne se ye ntoto sikasem ne mfa ne ma ntoto yie pa de a se wo hwa omo ne aban a wo mo bo modern eche obia. Now this same aban ka kire meme no sesi ase se yamfa yetiri ankwanko hye IMF ase yentimi antiase ama ye papa no mo a sebin preduasan ye maame no mo a wo mo di o musika akwakoto nyese bi a pensioners no wo mo kose wo aban fa sika bi ma wo mo ankasa sika wo mo de ato ho wo mo de abo aban bosia nyese aban na abo mo bosia ana oji ni sika o ya papa ne ya maame no mo ko mo ahomegye mu amasum oman ebi asom be 40 years bi asom be 45 years ya wo mo se wo mo basesi ase wo mo sika wo mo wa wo mo retu wo mo de bo aban bosia ne aban ya nhihye no aban no se wo mo fa nhihye no wo ne ye no mfa mra no mbege nhihye foforo ya sika no say this be say 12 years ansa no mo zaka de o betima ya ma wo no se o betwa ba be say 5 years say hwe 3% and omuguso pa ho acho. They are vulnerable people. This is where we are now as a country. Se BBC na se obi wa aban bi wa aban so yato aba edema obi na se bibi koso na se enye na nkrofo oka ne aka nipa ni nyina afua ne afra sa nkrofo ni nyina opposition for ne afra mo naysayers. This is where we are now. This is where we are. Now no corruption perception eba 43. Ade no so yase from 0 to 100. Se wo ben 0 a wo mo homode ya ben 0 sa 43 sa ma from se wo hwe in recent times Baby, I have boy a home modern pie, Berse from Berse 48, about somewhere in 2014. Now, say no crown, 48 no crown that saying. And it is Kania near to her, Casa John Mahama, Nina Pam for one more home modern, a casa. When we were saying these things, we meant it. Because now 48 no more will be a more number. 48 no not 48 score no our corruption perception we say no more number no we meant it. They say mo by mo catch say mo be ya niam akase mo be committee sika you will do this you do that office of the special prosecutor ni nyina okwa ba bi ete ne say ete sesia and it is very painful. Ya chese say o hwe wakatua now she sika o spending the debia now she nkrofo mbe fro wa busa se minua na wo de ne tesen ya nipa kane na nka wo munya bi ma odi se wo man kasa we timi fi omo efre wo se hwe na wa nhwe omo a se bi producer omo na omo yire na omanum ebuada wa bra sa nkrofo no na kane na nka wo mo ejina yi se nkrofo kwa ahohia mu not because ya akwadro but because we trusted some people. Ya de kra ne ye re ne ye bibia hye wo mu wo mo hye bra bia se ma ye kan ho asem ama wo mo toto ya yampia etoto nkrofo din besi samrei ene de wo mu nie very painful pensioners in our Medicare is dependent on our coupons. Penifo enwa na penifo te se we mo ababa te ebi kra ntimi anko ebinom ahoden a wo mo no wo ntimi nya enkonkotena ho enkopekete hwese de si ya den ansa na yatimi aka che nipa anasa bo yate e ho ase se unya sika fa ko government bondum ye de sika ba se 25 billion atimi atena ase se ye de cleaning ye cleansing of financial sector ye cleaning we ye no hwe de akoduro se ubuso obi se onya sika ye se nka nipa de obadwen ba se sebi producer obanyansafo na odi kosua obo kasem because kosua no de be ma akokọ na akokọ ahwan ho na akokọ na timi asana be dane akokọ obi nya sika na so de kwa akoto se de be adachi obetimi anya mfaso wo so a ono ne na wie ye nie enna na wie ye nie pensioners omo wie ye nie omo anya boni bia o omo ankase oman no anase aban ema omo sika bia. This is what they have to go through. This is what they have to go through. Yet your mamu over to Sankrofo demonstration. Then you say propaganda, and I say political power be, and I say person be look bad keka. Na a friend is saying, and I say over to so be a demonstration. Now a political party be na kwakoshe CSOBH, and I say woman sponsor demonstration be. Yet your mamu over to say Sankrofo demonstration and demonstration no or more and you so papa bino. Now Sankrofo so teacher no more bomu or person mo bejim. Said the Bayan Crawford say a political party fufurobi and a whole lot of things. And I can't say me say a lot of abnormalities ya normal. Until wa obeka semwa ebe make sense because say yatina a part of the world no more ya jin yama bi no more enkoso em make sense bebre atum ama te say dey sensible no o ka dey make sense a nkrofo wiase nyina adwen ya omo say wo ana wadwen ya adwuma. This is why we are. And it is very painful. Very painful. Responsible people. People who decided to be responsible. And these are the things that people are going through today. And this is not because they have been they are born. This is what they are going through. People are going through this. They are here. Our fathers, mothers, grandfathers are here picketing because they decided at a point in time, say, this is what we need on reward. Painful. Painful. Yentie omone yewraka no frata. Womuko share no. Omunko monibi. Na yenhunu said na asem no ne yia esi etie yenko tie bimra.
The most person should in draw. So we share Nansanya, Obi Kotan Bank say if it's coming on ongo. Because Nindro Obewu. Into the basic needs in life. But a draw your top of the line. Okay. Onya Juma, she says, and can be watch your investment one to Onya Juma. Into bed day. Okas or Bano on judgment to only day. Into Diane, a draw bills. Insure bill. She comes also say inflation, so we are not inflation, you know. Okay. Never from because she said inflation beginning of year 54.5%. Okay. Into and now Marcus Ebia Oberton last year no. This open can become with that 20 Adwene.
Now if yetre idea eto e twane and I say a free or china econo ye bia na ye be sign ehum cosmeti se na mompanyfo ni bi ka se sebe asempapa bi ani ho a free mpanyfo enu mu ba na de bia no mo be ba ha na mo de e bia don hwere ba kwa na se bibi aba betena ha ama aban ehu se de ekoso no mo bo enjoso.
In fact, Sasona Yakacha police for no. Say, on the time, you bring what total exemption no. Debia Baba.
Ah, your baba, your banner said, drain you rain so I catch it and say, well, you from my dear China, mebium. Your ba, a dear China, so on Kaya, your besaba, your ba, Nasa, a drain you was where you from my dear China, mebium. And to say, your twasso, say, your ba, da, nature say, you free. Da ban beka say ye free no da na obeka no na de che ye ma habium.
And these are senior members of the society and kofa sebim producer womo etna say eye o madwen say o man bi ye Ghana kofa o to ye na asase ni womo say ye boarding de ma na moja na nananom hwegu ye nya de to ho e de ma omo a eduru omo nso so omo ye bi to aso womo ye bi to aso no ma se dani so that means akasai efa womo ensem omo kan ho.
Return on your bonds, it's about 18.5% on average. Okay? So looking at all of the categories, we say, well, these are retirees. Let's include those 59 who will be 60 this year and give them 15%. So the fight that we are presumably fighting here is the difference between 15 and 18.5%. The cost of that may be that we may not get an IMF clearance. And then your issues of inflation, capacity to pay, takes on a different hue. So my challenge really, and I spoke to Doc a bit about it, is that look, what you have done is incredible and is great. Now we are at a point where, what is the Dinkra symbol? Or else the nation will come to a halt. So we've now brought you from 0 to 15, really 3.5 basis points between what you would normally get to that, and also move the whole maturity period from the 12 that we had prescribed at the beginning to 5, knowing very well that at least a third of you have maturities way beyond even the 12. Okay, so at this juncture, looking at what we have been able to do, being really very clear on where we are as a nation and what part of the contribution you want to. So I want at least one of you to tell me exactly what it is.
So, no. Say, ya mama ne papa no mo a wo mo bi o mo brabo a o mo ti o baby ya o mo sika kakra e ho no mo so mo de bo aban bosia na hun kakra na o mo so de atoto nuro anom no yesi o mo sika no say o mo antwentwen so amena nkam for some time ne o ma o mo coins kakra wo so a o man yi be bo yantimi ama o mo ntimi ante ase ama wo mo sika no yantwentwen o man ka say agreement omo ne omo ye aban bosia o obofiri omo ho no nhyehyɛ a ɔmo ne aban yɛ no so ɔmo ante ase ama aban amfa nhyehyɛ foforo ankɔ a saa nhyehyɛ no mfeeva wɔ ɔmo no so ɔmo ante ase a aban no bɛbɔ nti boame na memmoa wo no adinkrasem boame na memmoa wo no yɛ mapa mo mmoa yɛn wɔn mmoa yɛn wɔn mfa wɔn pension sika no mfa mmoa yɛn na de ɔda dialysis so no onwu de ɔtɔ pressure duro no ɔmmini kum no ɔnhwe hɔ no ɔnkɔ nyɛ saa yɛnkɔ IMF nyɛ saa yɛnkɔ IMF sɛ obi te hɔ nnwuma ɔka asɛm yi nnwuma ɔto yɛ asɛm yi mehunu me kae asɛm yi mehunu me kae and this is it. And sometimes me tena se a me dwen ho say enchirima no a womo aka no baabi a ye wo sese Ghana ye oman a Black Star of Africa, the beacon of democracy, good governance. Ghana ye oman a ye bu ye ho. Ghana ye oman a nkrofo hwe yen esua yen. It is some of these things. I expect to say I was say ebi beto yen samri. And a Ghana for na ni ebu ya ho a de kasa de ne kasa pa ne ka kire nkrofo yempa titrasema ye bu ya ho ya sa kratefo no ene nyina ya da na atemdidefo se wa ni atemo a mpanifo adane akyekede a se wa mfa gya anto omachi a wo muntimi ntwe omuti ekosis de ye dan ene etimi beduru ba bia ye duru Ghana no a Nana do Danko Akufo-Addo French President Macron ba ha ogina nanim ka kire ne se yan nanka wasanka yan ye bom bosia yan nanka wasanka ye bibim na munya nso mfaso sabi mpredia sa ntesa kane Africa no say ni na Ghana Beyond Aid and the keka ho nyina no. This is where we are depending on onibie for vulnerable people's money ansana yetimia magana etimia fa no tumapa afra. They say then everybody is crying. Na mebisa TUC for no me ade na moye dedem ye yesen ko monyi pensions kan free no eka ho na ye bond holders pensioners with what bond holders bonds ho asemi na meka pensioners o mu eyi free mu. Now even before we got here and yet say TUC for say omo ye demonstration say aban no kwa fa so bobosia no wo bromosia dodo entini say aban nya mosia bro a wo musu be je adwuma ye nanka nanka shut down bi krampomra the TUC for no etimi ya sa niama we say ya antin ka be gba be duru ba bia ye duru ye te Ghana ama anytime abete so obi kan asem a kire opani bi a ommo ne ho moden na onya niama eyie no saa nipa no je so ye ne tamfo ya dofo ntimi ntu yefo e wo Ghana ha time bi abete so opani bi emmo number ya obi bebie na no obeka bia no that person should be obi a what time happening no obi a wo do obi ntimi ntrenti na obi e wo Ghana ha sei saa na ye de to ho ma ye moja na nanum hwiegu ye nya de to nya asase de to ho maaye no say na te misro a mi ewo mi mu ni say generation omo ye chi no say no ye generation ya sha ase ye timi didi mpanifo atem ye generation ya sha ase ye timi kekan ya dwen de kire mpanifo misro sasa ya ntimi anyere ye ho amma mpanifo anye de se na fata the next generation omo beba no ombe kuta mfia Amfia ene be kuta womo hia wa ugina ya uroli uka womo ntimi amfamfia na wutirimu koto ba eho ana be hunu say yes and that day is coming because oman no yape yama oman no entete pansam ye be ye de be bo oman no betimi akoso yamfa jan but there will be a time nipa betime mrantie emabunu generation na ebeba no be gwampanimfo brutal kane na den so bete se obi ahwe opani a wadi 78 years anim no wadi na tem se wagimi and na abeye normal thing social media so obi atimi di obi atem and it is normal ya diatum because social said the name ekono a enye enti na bedru mrebi obi betimi ahia pani bi a wan mo ne bra yi na wan totontoto e bi ya ne nsunsanso a eba ne so no ambo no betimi ahia no no abo na suma me na yeye sa na epe no ana we still have the chance Arahosem. Minim se fa kwante bia onya asemi bia beka. Opani ba ko abeduru ha. Ya okọ NDC aman nyoko no ma ono na region mu nyina omayi ni se organizer Anthony Nupenu e o ha badansa na ode na no beto asemi bi no pese wo do ano tumu bi ansa. Pese wo do ano tumu bi ansa. Nti yamfa a number no 0200-854-255 0200-854-255 but o ha de me na kwaba na yama man for so mrem opani bibi aboko de Gucci no abo no sa no we abranti o we abranti brutal
but no pay aden
Gucci na wabo no sa no ewo ye ka ne say that exchange abiremu Gucci
Assemble kwa ni anapea. Hey.
Ya ni abre o.
Ora pato.
Ni abre.
Ibe de se okro.
Nti no obetimi aba kan ye ni nkomo no enye nyina ye nkomo. This is where we are now. Pensioners. Eno omusu. Senior citizens. Yanara ya assassini for. They say this is where we are. A country, a proud country. Yanko, Empire Trinkonko share IMF, I say. A proud country. Consequences near that, and this is where we are. Me patrobo amano, so didn't for conference for me.
Me pa free Kumase kwada so you frame Christian.
Obani yetio.
Me pacho mo program na me manage on fa ni mum se MPP ni se NDC ni o te wono munjini free TV no so. Amu na to no mo e ma no mo kana kore. Ade ntira mo yes ade no. Ade gbe de pa na ya fa so be na ya. Ready nyame. O de e me da masi gbe.
I'm for anger no. Anger no aba. So no anger no. Otiano the frustration e che o de. Ono anger no. Otia se ano the frustration no. E che o de no. Anyway. Me ba cho di ni fa kwan free.
Amba cho me next time me ka sa fin kokko.
Obani yeti o.
Wada Roma. The way I'm going to see on the Ekufu no nye demonstration na ebe ni bibi. I say yakona I say yako yeko unity for mankasa. The way Ekufu do ebu amemu no. Ye use no MY. Asoma so na you can friend na kan no. Nipa no wo no mu ni hwe no ono ba o meka asem no kura bia demonstration no MY. This year ya demonstrations na obeti anka wate. O say ye rura bia wo no na you go see for me ke
ekoba the time so Ghana mran so
David for Ghana mran to nchen Ghana mran wo na mo so omo ye no
but me do ask say oba there should be a way out. There should be a way out. Going to the Jubilee House because of uniform, I don't know, you are toppling the government, and that means that also, so that means that it's reasonable, and also so and yeah, we know how we do our things here. Abai.
Pato.
Na boko there.
Boko pato ene de wa bia tumu ntem papa.
Abai eni abre.
Eni bre de.
Eni abre.
Obi be si eni bre sun soja o. Atem. Pato on my way baby on my way abedru sisi a Tembia mi busa mi hu se intinanado a obo nto 2016 no onu na odi ade ene ya na because utina se dwini hu akwaya nanado danko akufu ado try na num 2016 ene Ghana 42 me ahyɛ ne nsa na wohwɛ a memu a papa yi bu no pata abasa yi a nti mehu sɛ papa yi na 2016 na ɔma nipa aso nkɔ adibie no ana sɛ sɛdeɛ ɔma sika sɛ mo na mo ankasa wo cousin so sɛ sɛdeɛ moato mu ankasa mo recklessness nti mo mismanagement nti moatoto ɔma sika sɛ basa nti no Ghanafoɔ ɛkɔ ahohiahia mu pato papa wei renti iti tatama na mu kase o mani e kwa hunyenye mu na nado renti private jet ni ade na hi na onye scan se akwanya papa wei afa so say o man wei de pato mu ye professional journalist mu ko so papa yi ti saa
that's it aban sound so do adwenche aban 0200-854-255 0200-854-255 and yeah, the Kakabi, and Sunday Jama, among your phone, Mamma Kabi, I'm for big cry, or my friend cries a bear and come in and cry, Mom got away crying. We are in Copen baby, but you didn't find quite free.
But you're from me part, because Africa to Manson.
Mammy, you too.
But you're Madame Wassini, a Juma Moody, my but you're as somewhere, come a Kufadoni. Kenoforiata ye bre baby omudi yakodu no ye bre dia ni crampo ye ni bia ye bedi oma mechanism oma nwa ya bia ye mre too much eno mi kodwomu wa shama market na ye we atomo crampo 4 any 5 20 cd menkani susa enam crampo bobo Adam would ye call Oma Bobutia, Omumfa Yeshi, plain Muna or Jaria, Mukashaku for us, those unpacking in whom. And yes, I obey any coup, unpacking.
Hey, Mammy, Mr. Kuba, or if I have been cool there and then come home crab, but it doesn't mean we are happy with and want fun. But your own last caller, hello?
Yeah, hello.
But you didn't for quite free.
Actually, me first dance man.
But your man is so cry for saying.
Actually, me first dance.
Yo, Udi.
Yes, I'm Abigail.
Abigail, you too.
The patch of Abigail.
What's it? I say, happy. I will have more cover. Bibi aboko there. Alfred, oh yeah.
Didn't come.
Bibi at the Christian Chunso Yanko Panda Roma. You say, to me, I rescue.
Send a 9 in the BBI, okay.
BBI for you know, in Shedden, your friends, and they attend or hospital. He's alive. Just saying, Uncle Empire both here for. Just need to affect lives because Uncle for my bompire mano a dozen because he has affected a lot of lives. The why an impact to a lot of people's lives. Into no empire, yeah, bonutum say na kwaya dodo empire. Because we are born crofobia, my boy kunafo aboa omanphobia. Oh yes. Anka baby ana wono na enye but say ye twen say ye be hunu say bibia kama na yenyina yetimi ahia no so beba ana say bibia be say bia no Lugbenu
Pato,
this is where we are. Baby
the Lord has
baby Nyankopon ede abedroni oman Ghana wanya ye mboni ama ye bibia ye deserve si ye benya bia oman no bibia ye wo bia no including adwenya anka ebetimi dia adane niema e wasasi so obia ye bi ne man no kra na enyo man no ni natural resources kra o free third world ko world first world or the your current saying superior intelligence ye dia ye wono ye dia ye wono de opanimanya brene papa superior intelligence ka wo ye meboafo e che se ye di nyansa mu nyansa ana wo mo Lee Kuan Yew ade eye de ode ye ye nyansa ye wo no kwa e be fa so e de be defe nipa e betimi di abu nipa no ane e de eye ba bia ye woni ane ye fa ya nkwanti aduru so
yo patomadas emfa chiama etiefo na ahwefo nyina yaka se e de asida PhD na be manyame se upenu edra ne etu take mine ade na ebuhu yi yebema mo ya akoso san se ibin mo ahwe mo nkwa dodo so na ewo ayaresabia Christian Achue Stanton and Idin Abetodja, but I believe and hope say there are other Ghanaians who are also victims of this disaster. A big crew. But Omemu say when you're a certain star, people don't know and want to even remember you. Then I'm asking for his life, and we'll pray for all others who are also hospitalized to be healed. It tells you, say, as a country, your preparedness towards such disaster should be apt and very efficient, because Turkey might need the requisite logistics to go to a disaster zone of this nature to rescue citizens. Many of the people who have been rescued could have died. So when you come to your country, Ghana, Obisa will say, and say 1 story and 2 story cry, ebugu fema. Your preparedness towards rescuing people who may be trapped under such a disaster, no? How will it be? Then you watch about 10, whatever. And yet your main who say people are building in F tremor or earthquake prone areas. And what do we do about it? You can't enjoy.
They get permits to do that.
Yes. Waterways. Yeah. So it tells you, say, these things can befall us any day, any time. Yeah, high-rise buildings here about a Krumha. How do we understand the areas of Musino, soil, and then the geological survey report? So we have a challenge as a country. So we should all be looking up to say, your man conference is now, your preparedness towards any eventuality, say no. So for me, maybe I do as on mine. Nyame de wa na fam de. Wa boa say odi nyama hudo a ebeboa say o man be nya fa hodie odi a cheye. Wa ma nyansa suru nso nyansa mu do. Say yitimi abo enhomode akosuku esu afi nyansa. And say nipa obedi nipa enim no we obi a we badwimba onyansa mu edoyi so that we to be tutu niama ebeboa say o for benya nkoso. But this is where we have gotten to in terms of our governance. Now okay, yes you aman nyina ayedi entina yeso niama yedi aman obi anka say niama nyedi wo wiase amansa nyina but yenye die ane hwe ba menum ne ye papanum nkokrafo yi a omabodom pro finance ministry. Why? Because omampanyi bia bedi man so ono nana monto ni ye no age ade oman akosi pempenso a gise ye di yensa ehye nipa botom ansana yetimi age oman no. And udun sa be hye Ghana for botom so ankokrafo ni mruwafo mo kwa hu yem our musika kakra omudi atututu the various financial institutions asom di be hwe omo abra bottle da nyame be from eno na odi unsabe kan na akoya ade bi a eyo how yi. And omampanyi akufuado ese otimidi ni tutu fom pa na
tutu fom
ni tu egwado
isi so
odi to see akonya so na on relax no man na nyansa nyamiama no emba to play because it's becoming a disturbing issue. Now no be a IMF. And IMF ka say nyame bi mu wo ho a aban odi osika na say unya returns are profitable. You don't invest in it. So cut off those things so that those monies can go into sectors that are productive. So that when umano enya jinaso papa, then you can look at those areas. MPP ni omampenya kuba so muntida. So why should we take off allowance from a tertiary student? Obi a oko school pon akosuande amane hu edi aye djuma boa ne hu no say yensan so na si with a certain allowance. Emra sa allowance ne bae no was just because nkrofun hu butantie so mko suande to come and become a churchefo. So an incentive. At that time, so no, na just mere certificate. And then you upgrade you say you're a diploma and degree holder. So obi oko university oko diploma or degree in education and the allowance. Why should you oko colleges of education, which is the same as university? Per the laws are structure and no. Then omo the cheap politics editor. All those things today have accounted to why you are in debt. Bisa almost IMF, as the IMF team not told them the same thing, said these are things that are unproductive to the sectors. So why are you not looking at that place? And why do you want to focus on a poor civil servant or the coupons? Or the Tony Rooney and no person. So for me, no, it's as a result of bad leadership. Ghana's challenge is bad leadership. Nothing more, nothing less.
Is it as a result? Okay. You are answering some of the questions before I even ask. But, is it because the leaders, to say the Canada, Japan, back are naturally born bad? And now say, Omunim amamu much, they don't know what to do. And now my dream no.
The problem of Ghana's leaders is pure greed, selfishness, and where that means people will not be comfortable this morning. Yeah, when you to me no, a born who bind to work for the growth of the country and sustainable life of people, but you don't care. It is about you, your family, and cronies. That's it all. That has been our problem. Because if the president is not well endowed with the vision and intelligence, there are men and women within the governance. Are all of them like the president? I don't think so. Are we saying, who will believe you? Why didn't you resign from the government so many years ago? What's in us here? Injury time. Why resign? You want presidency, so today you want to talk to convince who? You have been part and parcel of all the programs, sir. To cry woman. You are a cabinet member and a member of the economic management team. And you're one of your bomb DNC. What a solid team. No one can say a solid team. No. Where have that economic management team led us to? Where are we today? So he has nothing to tell the people of Ghana. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, head of EMT, no. I don't know. For say today he will become a better president. What have you done as the chairman of the EMT? Your management style and your practices have led us to this place. So all of them have contributed to the flaws. Because the borrowings that led us here was as part of EMT planning. Say yebom koko. Sika muji the way I'm utilizing no M1. They say the in a COVID na ne ho audit ABH said, Sika you misapplied it. The level of infractions of utilization of COVID money, 21 billion. A procedure utilization, you can't account for it. That is worrying. That is worrying. So, for me, the kind of leadership I have for the past 6 years has been a total failure. A leader that has no plan, no vision, all he knows is affluence. That is what has led us here. It is not as a result of COVID and global economic recession. Every country is going through COVID recovery and economic recession. But are they not living above a certain standard? Why do we? Yet we are still going down. By March, said IMF Bailout, there will be economic crisis. Today, you know that there will be economic crisis. Are you not the one who was preaching gospel? We are a country of blah, 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 solid. These guys. Crooks.
Alfred.
Who decided, mommy? Yeah, I think.
I did that chair.
I mean, I chose Adom. I would say, I see a dear. Yansa and Yansa no Paul. I can't be. You got to use it and you got to educate yourself and move ahead.
You can't say them and you two are buying also.
And you can't say, would you no wide drain, you will be able to Nimpaso,
including MPP are buying.
Everybody. I'm not saying MPP are buying. No, are buying everybody because I say we believe in yourself to make it. Who wisdom no? Who when him dear? Who answer? I say which move it. Every country is facing economic crisis.
I say
in one way or another. Every country is facing economic crisis in one way or another. And meeting I have me no chat. Madam for me the better. I was UK. Me catch and say things are not that easy. No, say in UK it's worse. It's worse.
UK and Ghana.
I the American say UK problems are more famous here and then easy.
UK are worse than Ghana.
Yes.
UK are worse than Ghana. They are saying
it because they know what they've been in and they know where a developed country should be and what is in now. When you compare the metrics.
I can't go for metrics there.
Who compare parameters now?
As a developed country. What the parameters? About the metrics.
Parameters as a developed country, as a onya ana ade so gina so a baby omu gina sesi an enye mo as against a developing country a try to develop a bedu ho. Pato, you started borrowing in this country every government after every government opposition you over borrowing
competition.
Maybe yeah. Before we came, I can say NDC was over borrowing. We were not using it in the right sectors. Before NDC came in 2018, almost Kufuor borrowed too much. Before Kufuor came, he told Roland say, "Oh, no, on an no, or Jessica." Adding, but we have all the natural resources. This problem we are in didn't start in one day. Neither did it start in 8 years. Okay, Madam Nana Kunedo Ajima Rollins, I do okay. I said, "There must send 8 years." Mamun Jane say MPP bet to me the 7 years. I said because my same are pro. Ora Mahama na beka che say ye die nam na aka biu na mo ba munya hwe ye. Ampa so.
Ama kan sa sem no.
We fi.
So say mo di nam na.
Omo say nam na asa. Na aka dompe we di na.
Ana we ye wa na wa.
Na wodi nam na aka dompe ade na wodi dompe ne be. It's telling you say wunye hwe ye biu. Ghana was one of the fastest growing economy in this world. Now, we say who be some question? I'm a answer. Say you buy no. Oh my goodness, no.
Chairman, and right there, and right there,
Papa way only Masama America.
And right there,
into Mameka and now. If you don't know your past and address it. To know the present conditions to move into the future.
You'll
be a loss. Most countries are facing one economic challenge or another. And if you're Turkey, you say, earthquake die in 84 years plus. Omunya side quick that. Did they know that they envisage such a thing? Me call last year. I was with them. Now me hear me business. Now me call. I can't say me to coin. Madam for now or Frey or besides say what we do taking an and I'm taking a make this time. They go another country. But it tells you automatically how concerned people have become. Did we know say Achubeshe goal the day before and Sana our coffee is such a crisis? Anything could happen in an economy, just like the human life. Anything could happen. But standing tall and transforming yourself and coming out of it in a chest away a bema, I don't want your bema.
Also on this area, do you think say uncomfortable fan say you have learned your lessons?
What
because from hindsight,
yes,
you know say and never binum or ha mu ye and amombo ha mu tutu ya time our case na economy no that's fiscal space in the war no.
Yes.
The idea no. Unim say given the opportunity onye dia wo ye ne no because unim say council so na ye facing this here no. Time onya the fiscal space
say when tie me ye. It can be. I say in just like your human life, in every situation there will be challenges.
No, I am not talking about challenges that one kasa or they are two.
Whether
I am talking about
the
given the chance. Given the chance. Bosia dodoa aban we say boy, Professor Bobkin Mukaye, Mkrofo Bebre Kaye. Now we know
Bobkin.
Well, if you don't know him, he's with the University of Ghana Business School. He's an economist. Omo Kaye, Nessa Mkrofo a womunimude Bebre Ekaye. What did I say? Given the chance, one kasa, you are an economics person, you are a finance person. We are right here, Drew, baby. Dear mo ye no. Given the chance, we be repeating. Bosia do
everybody no. Obiara say uto pits if any say what you amunema definitely wo kwa obehwe wo part ni. There are certain things you wouldn't do like you used to do. Me ankasa as a person, say this is the 17th time we are going to IMF. I can't think we shouldn't go to IMF. There are so many internal things you bet me one. Look at the Auditor General's report. Why don't we do a cleanup? Every year we are repeating and it's going big. Why don't we do a cleanup? Why shouldn't people be punished? So that people will see.
What's your cleanup? Your kind of cleanup?
If any report now 20 2 billion. Now next year back 3 billion. What have I done? Have I worked well? Obia cover there, but obi there APA. If we don't let people see that for every work or every unfortunate there's a punishment for it. People will continue repeating those things. When we start putting things in place, when everybody starts working well, when everybody starts working in the interest of the nation and for every vulnerable person around that, discipline.
How does that come about? How should it? How do we get it to come about?
Everywhere.
How do we get it to come about?
Everybody has to sensitize.
Natural disaster. Boom, boom. How do we get it to come about?
Everybody would have to educate and sensitize themselves. Say, whatever work I'm doing it for the interest of the nation and for those who cannot afford.
Leadership has a role to play in this.
Yes, very, very much. I won't take leadership out of it. Leadership has a role to play. Leadership has a role to play. And sometimes, I blame ourselves. Say, if the way you're riding on the back of corruption, if you had brought culprits out and punished them, people within would have also checked their bags. People within would have also checked their bags.
And Shehan can't be near Drew baby.
Which one is Shehan?
Okay, and Shehan, Shehan. To say we don't crack the whip.
Oh yes,
it's one of the reasons we are.
That is the biggest problem we have at the moment. Whips should be cracked, no matter what. And you see, when you crack the whip to those dearest and closest to you it makes others check themselves. because on who say we ya na yet to me checking no na yet to me jenny bibia mama tina si say na dan fo mpo ni nuampo ne eyimpo na waye ne yempo na waye ne sa no na me we wa de no. So we need to lead and let people see that lesson.
They say the SC because more imagine say more by financial sector. That's why you spent about 25 billion the banking sector cleaning. Nadia Abbas here. Do you think say and for Bebnya or pass or more government bond view?
The financial sector cleanup was a necessity. It was a very important and serious necessity. The way it went is another subject for discussion, but it was a necessity. However, no, when you look at the whole system, I was reading about, is it Germany or so, when they had the financial crackdown and individuals had to come in and support the government in paying their debts. Look at Germany today. Before you can become a developed country, there are some challenges you would face. There are some dire situations you might go through. These are all learning curves for us to know. Say never again should we be in this situation. Never again should nyama ebekwa say. Inti mesre, I mean we ayeding echia enso embuye. It can be done. It can be rectified. This economy can rebound.
Who say pensioners? You have seen the video.
Because I mean, say young fans say pensioners or yet your baby account bonds and the economy goes bankrupt. What would the money be? Of what use would the money be? Say your mom is caswa, how would they buy their medicine? How would they go to the market? How would they pay their bills? So it's a two-pronged approach. And that is why I feel, like the consultation that has been going on for the last month or so, we realize there was good consultation with the bankers, with the insurance groups, with other identifiable bodies. I'm on board. Maybe I do know. It's not a blame game. It's a situation that is correcting your mistakes.
Do you think, sir,
correcting?
So if you say we should, well, I'm sure you are talking about the whole Ghana.
Yeah, collectively.
And you know, say leadership, say, we kind a friend saying, who say, can we should no, abai no, yes sir, enough. Abai, I demonstrate enough. Say, your crisis. Na say na what say has let away well enough.
I believe that you can see that the government is putting every necessary measure to see how they can put things in the right perspective. We share Minister of Finance, at least every update no money or where they've gotten to, who they've spoken to, their aka. Whilst we are doing that, we realize they instead of every month they could share 400 million. I say they could talk crude. No, say we are trying to do the gold for crude system. One, it eases the pressure on their currency for buying purchase for dollar. No. Two, it brings about the pressure on the crude or whatever, because when you cut off about 3, 4, 5 middlemen, the prices come down. And these are all innovative ways of making sure, in that same way, I implore the government to see other ways. I able to me some form of barter transfer trade.
Suggest some of the ways.
Oh, we have a lot of bauxite near there. Instead of giving it to a brother or a sister or a cousin, or not take control of that bauxite industry, it's rather you get maybe an industry be on beam. Transfer the bauxite into finished products and use that funding to pay to do your street, your roads, and use that funding to do the 111 projects. And use that funding to do some infrastructure. Rather than going to borrow to come and build.
Do you think it will be easy for you? Some campaign message for 2024.
Oh yes, it would.
You disagree with Alan Chairman?
I don't buy into what he's saying. You've worked in the government for this long. You are part of the economic management team. You are part of cabinet. You are part of the, in fact, the 7 years and 6+ years of 7 years of Kufuor and 6+ years of all the MPP in this Fourth Republic. You are part of it. Where are you coming from at this time?
Okay.
Well, baby, I do know. You do time you be culture message for our main elections. You do time you be culture message for you as an individual. I will call contest away. If you can't couch a message at this time for your prime minister now, how can you couch a message for your national elections?
Anyway, we are in the month of love. February near one year. Cow say in your man in Coca. February no Valentine's Day no. You be dinty. Why I'll be fast so obey me any other DNB and say I share near Ignite Media, I share near my code the amount. And per se ubisua na Valentine's Day no so soon. Intino obeche kwa be fast so ushia odofo. Yeah, on it to bit my boyfriend, bit my girlfriend. Kwa fast so ushia no. Per se ochire in sedi city kan pepepe na yenhunu sedi city. Wa wo de ebe yede pa no o de no ebe so ni pa no obe wini a weekend stay wo Age Hotel and Conference Store East Legon weekend so no dofo be ka continue from Friday to Sunday until no cheme so uni odofo ade no problem uni dofo anya wasem na meka so wo dofo a ade mabodi o dofo a you just tell us just shoot your shot na enko kache kwan ben afa so bit me a message fafa 0240 7400001 and 0240 7400001 0240 7400001 0 no obo 74 na 0 near 3 na the one account 0240 obo 7403 na the one account bit me in a video. And I bet me send a text message for a video. Ushia no he Missy media say no kotono no office no kodro na me kopemwa na me den komo na me ka wo metrim me hu na me yam je me kum na me say kai abeba wa we de me ne ne bebo bra na okay me yaba
who can wife asem
nka me ka kosi
abakedi
who can wife asem
we am do
abakedi abakadi afa enti ye de ni tu kwan na me tu kwan na wo tu kwan ni tu kwan na fe be sha ya ene
station na wo
nti munsem eno nti me de eno aka no so de this inspired by Ignite Media Group, Metro TV and Original TV na fe original 91.9 FM. Age Hotel and Conferences ni JA Plant Pool and a woman so as me say famra. So come tell your story, send your story to sa number ya me kan kwa fa so sia odofo. O say o odofo. Adena o kwa no asa ba wachi. You just said what?
You are my odofo, he's my
movement of the MP.
No, you are my odofo, he's my odofo.
Go count for it.
Obi I am odofo, but what can say?
But I what's about coming so say 40 students our Duman Secondary School Ashanti region. Almost a dining hall a collapse ego. So it's a developing story. Yeah, the one sember na fe dining hall a collapse from. It just got in. Until story I go so I heard say
we pray that
girls dormitory. And also Upper West region and also Ja Atom. I'm a student.
Is the 8th time within 6 years or so? Say
so these are the developing stories. And the dining hall also. So we will look at how was the construction integrated to say.
Properly built dining hall.
Yeah,
I think maybe this makeshift structure,
a makeshift.
I dilapidated for some time, but management in supervision be anyhow, and this is part of lack of Kasema and schools to just make sure say the maintenance culture is being carried out. So my higher and pay the IIT say no cry ebeye asefem awofo eyem betwitwa uba was at school now you are worried at this moment maybe I walk for breakfast and something like that should happen
and somebody should investigate into this say then nipa no proportions can say kwan be no fast to see dining hall I mean
the bottom line is lack of funds in managing our secondary school is the bottom line to this because the management would have noticed adi defect about but what to motivate them to
can on your
so to go and repair maybe a pillar crack a beam it go to all the public schools today for Osua Keke they share some of the public schools you see some level of cracks is inhabitable for children to be but so it tells you say our maintenance culture we are manager of a facility we here 1,000 Ghana to do maintenance 1,000 Ghana number out here are you getting me say private you are always proactive to work towards making sure you recoup the money but when it comes to public sector are you getting me because your ministries need to be they share the kind of buildings and growth the buildings they seen in 1940s colonial masters and ubiquity to here is what we are still using and there are several defects so it's very unfortunate and this is not peculiar to Edujama also Eduman. Several senior high schools there were problems and I believe and then when it comes to this Ejatomi we share wiring and we share Kwara no saying the kind of gadgets from we use or dormitories and things poor supervision so children do any kind of things and Esremu say you won't say at this time the weather is hazy in the NS Park so as a country we are degenerating into a certain level like Enye so leadership must step up the role of making sure say nia ye dia amount say fa sumo man no nefa o man no ko pempenso a e be kra be hwe no ma ye ntina se enye hwe han ma nia man kitinkiti we entu ye Africa say gold for oil or that is one of it now no pay or to fuel and now fine. How positively impactful is the gold for oil deal on the economy today? Where is it? Why do we come and sit down and talk like this? Me nyama srem baby aya edu no nipenia brio o man mu once take time now kasa say when people accost you in public and hurt you that is your problem. When you come and sit on air talk to give some hope to the people who are angry over there. Stop saying this oil for go for oil because it is not reflected at the pump.
All right.
Stop talking like this. Don't make people get angry this morning.
The opposition shows that they are not a viable alternative. Because in the face of all your challenges, which may couch be vote for oil first consignment by test case na no. They did reduce the fuel at certain pumps. Yes, they did.
Where? Which pump?
The people that were supplied
Which pump?
The various you can't be shouting like that. Master, be some
because goil anynya goil pump. How do we buy fuel?
Goil. Now you say 15.90 or 15.25 per diesel.
50 diesel.
Diesel.
But diesel also nearby.
Diesel nearby. You don't just get up and go and do boom.
So it was
15.9. 15.25.
And that was the highest in the market.
And that is just 10% of what we need in the nation.
And goil was the highest on the market. What is he talking about?
Okay, before goil, they have about 9 different filling stations. And when check, the prices went down.
All diesel
were 10.
Diesel, I buy 40,000 metric tons. I buy.
It's only about 10% of the quantity we need.
Right. So it's me.
We are hoping, say, by March and the latest.
See the question.
By March, let me explain certain things. Relax.
Yeah,
behave yourself. You are not behaving like a viable opposition. Behave.
And
we are hoping, say, by end March, now at least you have moved from the 10% to about 50%. If you are able to do even 50%, you will feel the impact.
Is this what somebody has told you? And because many Kasa, are at the forefront of this are telling me that they are trading cautiously.
Yes, that is why I told you that.
From 10% to 50%.
It's a gradual thing.
Are you not being over-ambitious? Because they've not said so.
See, I gave you a timeline.
For it to sound credible, let's be very economical with Vim.
Okay, can I talk now? Now, I used 2 words. We are hoping. Say by March ending, I gave you 2 things. Hoping and March ending. Say by that time, now you do 50%. And not just say if you 10% are straight, you go 50%. It's a gradual thing. Because whilst you are doing, time I was in share to now we'll cross it with teeth. Now we'll do
February more expected by saying and
it's not
and the because this one was diesel. Petrol better time being February. Quantity ben and more expected.
I can't sit here and just throw tantrums on numbers at you. What I'm saying is it's going to be a continuous thing. It's not going to be a one-off. We are praying that it works well, it succeeds well, there are no hindrances, there are no people on the beam just to create or just to make money out of it, but it will go as once I it will reduce the pressure on the dollar. It will reduce the market price of the crude that you are bringing, whether diesel or petrol, and it will.
Are you bringing crude or refined oil? Make the statement well. Are you bringing crude or finished oil?
Well, but I said crude. Why never refining? Because
I'm talking about refined, and that's why I said it will bring the price of the refined oil. If that's what you want to hear.
But that's
not what we want to hear.
No, him. On America. On the American. Into no Asha yes, I know. Into the main things are here, say pressure no dollar no so before. And it will stabilize your currency a bit. It will at least make the economy turn gradually around and back on its feet to say what you expect. And I'm hoping and praying that when things, all the once it starts rolling out, there should be, the economy should turn around within a year or 2, at least to stabilize. Then we can now start putting the superstructures in place to take off. Because we are here in so to say most sometimes be when a minister beating now or saying even Galam say and to me and yes I know. We are still, they've given us, the Ghanaians have given us the mandate. We are going to prove to them that we are the best alternative when it comes to the 2 parties, the 2 main parties. We are going to work hard to make sure that the Ghanaian does not suffer at the end of the day. We are going to turn this economy around, and we are going to make sure that each and every individual as a Ghanaian will be proud of his nation.
That's a little bit important. Of politics. Not in Kamoni Yaji because I say cracks binum Esha says buying this, but quickly, I'm gonna resolve it. I can cancel of others some later.
Masa,
is it your hope?
What can be share? Do you expect the person?
Oh, yeah, are you finding?
I'm not finding anything.
Why
would I find this? Problems are, it affects us. Because the check that they are supposed to be, in fact, even though they are not a viable alternative, the check that they are supposed to be is not really happening. So we need a viable opposition to stand with us neck to neck. I bet you, like I said, listen, 1 year, ABCD, instead of Obi Cotton now saying, IMF Bailout, 60 projects will be affected. On to me, about 1 project in be affected. And so 60 projects will be affected. So come and tell us which projects will be affected. Meanwhile, you are just throwing tantrums. You are not giving any concrete But a viable opposition will come and tell you what they know, and they will name the 60 projects. They will tell you why those projects are going to be affected. Internally generated funds, but they don't prove and show their viability as people who would lead. And coming events cast their shadow. The same people who say consultation, they do consultation. Obi whims and caprices of says they are a leader into militancy, or you see in more when I new leadership without even consulting the people and telling them, say, oh, Minya, why are there? Why you Juma Kakra 6 years? That was it. You say at least you see the face of the party Kakra. nti ye pese nkrofo foforo ba nkrofo foforo yi yenim se ye no mo ba mo ntwen kakra na ye ne we mu nkasa na ye nhwe na ye ne omu nti ho ye ni ade all these things don't go on consultation not even one consultation went on afina council of elders say bim say omo be hye nyama yi amomo why should they get to that extent why should if you are a good leader why should you wait for your council of elders to come and do these things for you and say microphone be jar to
but encourage the collapsed dining hall Adwene Secondary School. This is how it is. And then can say it looks like a makeshift BB.
The weather changed.
So when Uhunu Sanema will say, now we're trying to do COVID-19 auditing also. How people wasted money. How this could have been resolved.
Audit in a way. There are two different things.
No, do you know why we
have talked about audit?
Do you know why?
Auditor General
I'm not saying
across
that,
the country.
I'm not saying. Do you know why? You see, the Saturday now car say what we are cleaning, slippages, leakages, seepages, how much we lose to corruption every day. So who knows now here to say we had this makeshift thing called dining hall. Not say it was we wouldn't have put this structure there and call it a dining hall.
Definitely.
That is what I'm saying.
And if you are putting a structure, you put a proper structure there in such a way say
put this thing there because we know who say Sika and come, there was no money. What am I saying? And you have
see, sometimes these things cost you more at the end of the day.
Yes, true. It is because some people this kind of left, right, center, and they put our kids in this danger. And a Adwene for a teacher for any support service. In this way, say
some assumptions.
Teacher me a cotton or perfect. And
fan say ebia as you may say just makeshift but obvious structure they approved it. EPA approved say people can sit underneath and eat in such a condition. All those who approve this, what is going to happen today? They are just going to walk away. These are things that say making sure say we are crossing the T's and dotting the I's. Say obia the person who approves for payment to be done to whoever made the structure should be queried.
Alfred, I'm worried about some of these things, and I expect you, because in 7 years we'll be a pensioner, because you are 53 tomorrow. Some of these things, also, me share what before more, because you've no, this is before. I want a positive anger. I want a positive. Alfred will be 53 tomorrow anyway.
Happy birthday
in advance.
Same way, stop saying
so you
want to call me a liar? Now you are calling me a liar.
I've not called you a liar. This is
a day before my birthday.
Thank you very much
for
coming today.
Very unfortunate for the student this morning.
Alfred.
But as I said, no, we have the strength to do things right.
We are on original 91.9 FM. Maybe near the Adwene Kasa Jumedi, Abro. Bye bye. I'm coming now.